Within the last 30 years, DNA has helped to solve all sorts of mysteries all over the world. What was once not even admissible in court has now become a science crucial to our criminal justice system. Ancestry websites have opened the door for a lot of people to discover their roots, even when they don't exactly know who their parents are.
But sometimes putting your DNA out there looking for one thing can uncover other shocking connections. In a Fox 40 special report, Doug Johnson shows us how one Sacramento man searching for his father discovered a whole new kind of family he didn't even know existed.
I've always known I was adopted. My parents were open with that.
Originally from Los Angeles, Ted Wood has lived in Sacramento for decades.
Didn't have any other information about it.
But in college, a trip to the doctor's office made him realize he needed to know more.
They asked about health histories, and I realized whatever I told this guy meant nothing to him as far as being able to help me. I decided I wanted to find as much information about my birth parents as I could.
By searching records, Wood quickly found his birth mother.
The weirdest thing is my grandparents lived 2 blocks from where she lived from 1970, 69, 70, 72. So for about 2 or 3 years, she and I were 2-3 blocks from each other.
He reached out and she was willing to talk. While she was helpful in filling in some of the blanks, his mother had lost touch with his birth father.
Nobody in their community or her friends in that circle had any information about him.
That was in the 90s.
We weren't even thinking about DNA back then.
For decades, Wood gave up on his search, but 4 years ago, he realized the internet could hold the key to finding his birth father.
And some information through Ancestry that was connected to some of his relatives as well.
Those relatives revealed tragic and unsettling details.
Found out he was involved in a murder-suicide in Houston in '82.
According to newspaper reports at the time, Wood's biological dad shot his lover during a fight before turning the gun on himself.
It was relieving to kind of have some information and be able to shut the door on that search, but at the same time, kind of disappointing that with the stuff he was going through, he wasn't able to resolve it and work through it.
But the DNA Wood submitted to several ancestry sites during the search led to more shocking discoveries.
I got an email through Ancestry, just, hey, you may not know me, but I know you, and it pops up with a parent-child relationship, and I'm thinking, oh man.
Wood came face to face with a decision he made during college. Needing some extra cash, he donated to a sperm bank.
Went out of my mind, never thought about it again, and didn't even think about it when I signed up with Ancestry that could ever show up.
Wood has 5 donor children on top of the 4 kids he raised. And he met his 3 donor daughters earlier this year.
Yeah, they all had good lives, good parents that cared for them, loved them, and gave them a good upbringing, and they all turned into really good, solid people. It's exciting to see that, even though I had no part in it.
Wood has since introduced his donor kids to the kids he's raised and to his birth mother. He says it's nice to be able to fill in their family medical history so that they know what to watch out for.
It's good to be able to provide that kind of closure for them, much like I got on my search.
Wood tells us he has no regrets, but he does warn others submitting your DNA online can uncover more than what you're looking for.
You're going to find branches in your tree that are going to give you some very exciting news. You're going to find branches in your tree that are going to be, shocking, horrific. Keep a very open mind and be prepared for anything.
In Sacramento, Doug Johnson, Fox 40 News.
And while some people receive shocking results like this from DNA test, experts say many times people do get happy endings. Right now, you can visit our website, fox40.com, to hear the story of a man from Germany who was able to connect with his father here in Northern California 53 years later.
We're following